Okay, so the documents have gone into town planning. You've waited a ridiculous amount of time for it to come out the other side. Hopefully not that long, but sometimes it's longer than probably what's anticipated, unfortunately. But you've come out the other side of town planning. They've given you what's called a planning permit. So they've said they're happy for you to build this design, but they've given you some conditions like you need to get a landscape design done, you need a drainage design, you need a bushfire, you got to make sure you have dark colours because you're up in the mountains and we don't want surf mist or white claddings just reflecting and you can see your house from a mile away, all sorts of things. And with these conditions, the construction documentation can develop. So construction documentation is pretty much all the details. It's got measurements of every room. It's got sections. It's got elevations, meaning of what it looks like if you're standing and looking directly at it. Plan view, finishes, colors, lighting layouts, PowerPoints, doors and window schedules, so we can send them off to window suppliers. So all the details required for us to build the house, and this is where you want, like, that first fundamental step of who you engage to do the design. This is where all their knowledge and skill comes into play, because what they draw and what they write, all the notes, replace that, this is what that needs to be, everything that's documented is what the builder's going to build. It's what's going to go into the contract. It's basically the Bible of what you want should be documented, and that is what the builder's going to build along with their specifications and things like that. So the more documented it is, the better it's going to be to work with a contract, and then that builder basically take everything away and build it, and then you're going to get that exact product. So anything that you want to change at this point is a really good place to weigh in. And this is where I say having that builder that you spoke to before you went into town planning, and then having that builder look at the documents as they develop and say, yep, that's good, buildability is all good, I can definitely tick that detail and work through the process, or that's going to be super expensive and blow things out. I didn't know that was coming, in the pre-planning documents. So yeah, collaboration is really going to pay off through this whole process, and this is where there's going to be a fair expense with some of the consultants here, because you're going to need the engineer, you might need a landscape architect, you're going to need a building surveyor to help. They're going to start to chime in as you progress towards getting a building permit. You need an energy assessor, which is going to do your energy rating report. So yeah, there's going to be a fair bit of expense at this point in time, but it's important to have, if you have everyone involved working with you, you can really sort of guide this design to stay on budget, because things can get away at this point.